Hi there everyone, it's Cassie. Welcome back to my YouTube channel for another video. Today we're going to be doing a 2-for-1, but let's talk about what we're using first. I have the Lawn Fawn Better Days stamp set. I think this one's a little bit older. I don't know, but I was anxious to stamp him out, and there's some fun little sentiments in there. We also have the Lawn Fawn Scripty Hugs. I've used that several times. And then we're going to be using the Spellbinders Portobello cardstock. It's a 100-pound weight. It's very nice. And I've got a couple of panels cut down to 4 1/4 by 5.5 inches. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut the hugs out of one of these panels, and then we're going to make 2 cards out of it. So I've pulled the hugs out, and we're just going to keep moving that Scripty Hugs all over that panel. I'm going to try to keep all of the pieces from the inside, like of all the little swirls. So there's 1 in H, the 1 in the G, and 2 in the S. We're going to keep all those in a little tray, and we're going to keep die cutting, and then we're going to start piecing this together. 2 different cards, in fact. At first I was just thinking of one, and then I thought, well, I don't want to waste the other panel, so we might as well get 2 cards out of it. It can be a little bit of work. I actually made more work for myself when I started putting it together, but learn from my mistakes and then it'll be a whole lot easier for you if you do something like this. So go through your dies, take a look at what you have that would be easy to do this with. The reason I chose the hugs is because it's a shorter word, it is all connected, and super simple to just kind of set on the side. So as you can tell, I am saving the pieces, and then I am sticking the words up above kind of in order so that I know how to put them onto my panel. And normally I would put these on to just a panel, but I'm going to go ahead and put them right onto the card base. I just figured it would make it a little less thick, and then I can save some paper as well. So I've got my card bases. Those measured 5.5 inches by 8.5 inches, and were scored at 4 1/4. So we're going to go ahead and start, and this is the part where I'm talking about I added more work than was necessary. So you don't really need the negative piece to start putting the words down. You could just start putting them down. Just make sure that they're lining up on the edges where they're cut down, and you wouldn't have a problem. But I think for about halfway through making this card, I was using that negative as a guide. And then I finally realized I don't have to do that. That's just not necessary, because it does add a little bit more work. You know, you're trying to peel back without tearing anything and making sure that the word is in the right place. Now, if it really does bother you if things are not exactly the same, then you might want to try to use the panel. But this is what I'm talking about. When you, especially using liquid glue, those pieces would peel back, and then I'd have to push them down, and I'm using my reverse tweezers to hold them, all while not trying to tear the panel. So again, just start putting your pieces down, and it'll be a whole lot easier. So we're going to do that with all of them. And like I said, after this one, it's when I realized, okay, well, I don't think I need the panel anymore. Probably didn't need it really to begin with. But this ensures that everything is exactly where it's supposed to be, I guess. See, there I'm just kind of sticking it down. And it works fine. And there are a couple pieces that are sticking off the edge. I'll just trim that down. But take a look at this panel. I love that craft on craft. You could easily do that with white on white. Well, any color really, but it's really pretty, I think, on those white on white and the craft on craft. So it's raised up. It looks really nice. So now we'll do the other one. Since I said I don't want to waste any of these pieces, we're going to go ahead and stick glue all over this panel, the negative panel, I guess is what I'm going to call it. And then we'll just slap that down on top of the other card base that I have. And then this is where those extra pieces are going to come in. So we saved all of them. And it really wasn't that many, and they're all different sizes, so you're not going to get them confused, which is nice. So I'm going to stick this portion at the top, lines up just fine. And then we'll start working on the pieces that go inside the little squiggles, the H, the G, and the S. I do have the hugs die cut out of some white cardstock, and I'm kind of sticking it there just to make sure that I have the right pieces that go in between. And I don't know why I stuck it in there like that, because I end up pulling it out And just wanted to make sure I have the right size because all of the pieces are a different shape, which is great because, again, that makes it super simple to be able to put all those down. So I'm going to start separating all of those out, and we'll put all of those in. I'll put little dabs of glue and use my pickup stick to make sure that I put all of those in there. You could skip this step, I think, but I think that really, really makes it look better. So I would suggest doing it if you can. So pick a word that maybe doesn't have a lot of those. But take a look at how those panels turned out. I think those turned out really fun. I really like that, and we'll end up with 2 for 1. So I'll bring out the little bunny. We're going to ink him up with some Black Widow Stellar ink by Simon Hurley Create. This is my new favorite ink for alcohol marker coloring. I'm going to use my Olos. I love it for it because it's stark black. It's very, very dark black. And it just stamps great every time. And then it doesn't smear. I don't have to worry about dry time, which is another lovely thing about the ink pad. So these are going to be very simple little bunnies to color. We did the hearts red. We did use 2 colors for the ears and the nose and the chest. We used that pink. And then we'll just use a couple of grays. We're going to use cool grays. So I've got CG3, and then I'll blend that out with our CG1. But mostly I wanted these little bunnies to be white. I thought the white would really look, it'll really pop on the craft color. So I really wanted that for each of these little bunnies. So we'll finish up that coloring. Again, super, super simple. And then we'll bring in the matching die to go along with them. And then we'll run those through our die cutting machine so that we have our cute little die cut bunnies. And this is an inexpensive set, which I love. So you can get the dies, you can get the little stamp and not feel too bad about it. And now we do have a little buddy that has come in. This is Miles. Again, if you've never watched me, or if you have, you would recognize him. He just woke up from a nap, and I'll tell you what, we like to call him, he's like that song from The Greatest Showman called Never Enough. So you need to pet him for like 20, 30 minutes. And he doesn't mind if you pet his fur back and forth. He just wants to be loved. So he's going to hang around quite a bit while I'm doing the rest of the stamping and putting together of this card. So I'll stamp out the words, and I'll tell you what, he's purring the whole time. So it looks like he's breathing heavy. No, he is purring. He is so happy. This is my little boy who just loves to be loved. So, all right, I'm using the red that I used for the heart on each of those bunnies, and we're doing it sort of ombre. So I'll start with the lightest color, and then I'll bring in that darker color and just at the bottom kind of feather it up so that it's dark at the bottom and light at the top of each one of those. After I'm done coloring, I am going to fussy cut those out, but this is pretty simple. You could make it really easy on yourself and just cut straight lines if you wanted using like a guillotine trimmer, but I'm going to trim around each of the words, and then the big letters, I'm going to trim around each of those big letters. Boy, his little chest, he's just so happy, just purring away. He makes you feel good. That's for sure. All right, so then we'll do that with the other sentiment as well. And then we're going to put some foam tape on the back. This is, you can get a double-sided adhesive foam strip. And I'm actually going to put some glue on the back of these just so I have a little bit of wiggle room. Also because I'm using raised, or I have a raised background. Parts of it are raised anyway. I want to make sure that they stick really well. I decided to ink up a sentiment for the inside, which says, "By hugs, I mean this card," which is perfect. And then we can glue down each of our pieces. So again, you could skip this part, just peel off that release paper and just stick them down if you wanted. But again, I wanted to make sure that I had a little bit of wiggle room and also that they would stick over the bumpy parts. So, and of course, I can't stop there. So as you can see, I have some of those Trinity Stamps Sparkle Hearts off to the side. I've been using these a lot lately. There are 3 sizes in there, and I love them all. So we're going to go fairly liberal with those, and we'll just use our pickup stick along with some liquid glue. Don't worry, that liquid glue will dry clear if you use this one. So don't worry about the white showing. These will dry clear. And then once we have the little hearts on both of them, that'll end up finishing off these cards. They turned out so cute. I love them. I love that I ended up getting a 2 for 1. That always makes me happy. So yeah, if you like this video, be sure to hit that like button. Definitely consider subscribing if you haven't already done so. And as always, big thanks for watching, subscribing, using my affiliate links. All those things do keep me producing videos, so I appreciate you. And I will see you very soon in another video. Bye, everybody.